As an artist, always touring on the road, I feel like we're searching for something for our songs to kind of be about, to find like a deeper purpose behind the music and why we're sharing it. So when you come to Sisters and you see this kind of environment where people are trying to give back to the community, and you see a deeper purpose of like how music affects and changes lives, it gives us that sense of purpose and helps us remind ourselves why we're doing what we're doing and why we love doing it. So we're glad to get a reminder of that when we're here in Sisters.
Well, the blues, the music that I could listen back at home in Italy, thanks to my dad that had he has like 3,000, 4,000 LPs, and most of them are blues records. So thanks to that, I listened to a lot of blues and I loved it. And I wanted to go to the States to go to the places where the blues was born. So I went to the States. I went to Mississippi. I went to Chicago. I was traveling around. And then, while I was traveling, I realized that I was in search. Also, I was searching for myself, not just the roots of the music. It was just this quest, that I realized that I was on this much bigger journey. And when I ended up to New Orleans, I went to New Orleans just because people were advising me to go. They're like, you should go to New Orleans, you're gonna love it. I'm like, all right. So when I went there, I just fell in love with the city from day one. And I realized that that's what I was looking for. That was like, it kind of opened the door also to this path that kind of led to finding, myself, So, that's what happened. I was 22 years old, when that happened.
Roberto and I met playing on the street in New Orleans. We had mutual friends that were doing the same. I moved to New Orleans when I was 19. Was studying music in school, but playing a lot on the street, and that's where we ran into each other. Yep, when Roberto moved back to Italy in 2008 is when we started touring and recording together.
Yeah.
In the songwriting sessions, it's been really unique to hear all these different voices and all these people that are looking to discover something within themselves, right? They're like, everyone's trying to sculpt or polish something they have within them, and us as instructors, we're learning these things that we have worked on over the years, and reminding ourselves that we do have something to share and something to teach. The song camp really has a special way of encouraging everyone that's here and having people learn from each other's strengths rather than their weaknesses. And I don't think anyone actually needs to criticize or point out any mistake in anyone's work whatsoever, and still everyone's able to learn and grow.
So, I'm sure all these students, they might criticize themselves too, they listen to themselves, they record, and they're like, oh, this doesn't, I don't like this, and then, and they come to you, and you do good, your job is to actually encourage them and make them see what's good, and you can grab on that quality and just and build on it.
There's a really high level of positivity. People are treating each other really well.
Fantastic.
I haven't seen any hurt feelings. Everyone really has faith in the model that you can learn and grow with this positive reinforcement. It's really cool to see it happen. And I feel like I'm going to hit the road next week with just feeling a little bit lighter and brighter, and take myself a little less seriously and be a little bit more grateful for what I have, and just be ready to kind of hit the road and kind of inspired to get back and write a song maybe.
Exactly.
Yep. We're really excited. We're bringing new music to the table, and this song we have is called If I Were You. And If I Were You is kind of about the advice that I would take for myself if I could take my own advice. And I feel like there's a lot kind of revolving around that theme here at the camp. I feel like a lot of people are learning from each other and learning from the advice that they're giving to each other. So I see a lot of the instructors and a lot of the staff also being gratified, fulfilled, and educated by the students that are coming here. So it's a really cyclical kind of experience for everybody, and I think that's a really powerful thing. So I'm really pleased and grateful to be here in Sisters, And yeah, this is the advice I wish I could take for myself. This song's called "If I Were You." If I were you, I wouldn't let it get to me. I'd let my mind be free. If I were you, if I were you, I'd know where to begin. I'd take it right upon the chin. I wouldn't be stretched so thin. If I were you, if I were you, if I were you. If I were you, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd let my heart just sing, no matter what tomorrow may bring. If I were you, if I were you, if I were you, yeah. If I were you, I'd be myself. Wouldn't try to be no one else. All my worries up upon on a high shelf. If I were you, I'd know where to begin. I'd take it right upon the chin. I wouldn't be stretched so thin. If I were you, if I were you, if I were you. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I love myself and never be no one else. Yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't be troubled and I wouldn't be blue. If I were you, I'd never apologize. I'd hang up my disguise. I'd look 'em square in the eyes. If I were you, I know that I'm gonna be just fine. We ain't scared of dying. We are in our pride. If I were you, if I were you, if I were you, come on. If I were you. If I were you.